Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's Pokemon Platinum.
It is. Holy shit, Pokemon Generations. So, clarification. First off, this is a 0.5 video because David, if you may remember, a year back, he finished the game midway into the episode and couldn't switch to the DS. So we thought, okay, we'll do a 0.5 episode just to basically be the amount of time you have. And that's that really. So this is it, 0.5. When is the proper full episode of all of us returning? Tomorrow. It's back. We're back. So it's very exciting.
We're back in black because this game has a lot of dark colours at the introduction, so that's where I got it from.
Yay.
So yeah, let's get up and play Pokemon. Let's take a look at the introduction, I guess. I don't really remember Platinum.
I think we just skipped it.
Yeah. This is...
Well, yeah, this wasn't recorded a year ago.
No, this was recorded in 2014 on the 28th of the 7th month. For those of you who are Americans. Rowan. I mean, what even is Rowan? His face looks like a Pokemon. It does. With all the hair, it looks like one of those wintry Pokemons. So he asks us to touch his Pokeball, the button on the Pokeball, might I add.
Yes.
Which is very Savile-esque.
And then Baneri.
I don't understand why Baneri. Like, at least have a Totodile or a Giraffic or a Glalie. Like, a Glalie would be pretty terrifying. So you get to choose your version of the scarf-toting maniacs. I love it. She's wearing a scarf. She's all dolled up. But she's got basically her upper leg showing because, you know, women are impervious to any sort of leg coldness. I just don't get it. The guy's all like warm, dressed up, and she's like, well, it's fine if I have a scarf and a skirt and some knee-high socks. But anything other than that, and I'm not ticking all the fetishes.
It just looks like all she's wearing is a coat.
It is. I mean, yeah. I mean, it is really, isn't it? I mean, you see stripograms and actual strippers doing things very similar to that, so you worry. So it's going to be Barry, because the name Barry is just so lame. It suits him because he's just lame in this game. Really lame.
He's also really obnoxious in the anime.
Is he? That doesn't surprise.
I'm gonna give you a fine. That's literally all he says.
Right. So
every time he meets you,
you're like, okay, under what authority?
Thanks.
You want to battle me to determine this? Fine. Oh wait, I've won again. So here's a TV show. They've actually done quite nice with this TV show. The words actually, you know, it looks like an old TV does when being filmed.
Yeah, I mean the Platinum as a whole is a really good game. It is a bit slower than others, both in movement and in progression, but it is actually a really fun game. I like it a lot.
I prefer Diamond. No, Platinum has a great end game.
I also really like the contests, which we won't do.
Oh, you need to add that into. What's the special thing for finishing this game? Is it we just do the Torn World? Spoilers.
No. Torn World is before.
The end of the game.
The Elite Four, so it's beat Elite Four.
Oh yeah, he just said he's giving me a $10 million fine. Sorry, $10 million Poké fine. It's fine. I'll just hack into money with Action
Small
Replay.
loan of $10 million.
Yeah, nice note. They've got a Wii there. Yeah.
Yeah, I always liked that they incorporated that. I presume in Pokemon Z, whenever that comes out, it will be a Wii U. Or actually, maybe the NX. Maybe the NX will be out by that point.
Well, I'll believe the NX exists when I see it, because at the moment it's... we just know so little.
Well, they haven't told us anything, but apparently it's coming out this year. We don't know when.
Alright, so I'll use this point to note that the emulation, when I first got this, was pretty horrifying in that it's a bit slow, and you've also got the problem with these dots jumping around, which I don't know what that is, so it doesn't happen later
I think
on.
it might be a ROM thing, I don't know, but we should also note that whilst this was recorded this footage was recorded in 2014 originally, our main recording with all four of us was actually recorded like 2-3 months ago. And we were just recording in bulk to at least have something. We're either going to release weekly or bi-weekly, depending on our availability, because if we did it bi-weekly, we have enough until the end of February.
Wait. Bi-weekly?
Every other week.
Bi-weekly sounds like it's twice every week.
I always thought it was every other week.
You know what? I'm not going to say anything because I don't know.
Anyway, point being, every other week. So, if it's every other week, we have enough until February. We have 4 full episodes, each 30 or so minutes. I think one of them's 40 minutes, one's 35. Like, it's longer than 30.
We work to the bone for you guys.
We have encountered more issues than you can possibly believe.
And anyone who's watched this series can believe there's quite a lot of issues.
Okay.
And
Put it this way, it's worse than ever now because there's 8 screens and there's now the new template. Also, yeah, new template looks fucking awesome. Thank you, Emil.
Better than all my shit, trust me.
I loved your template.
I was just being like, here's some Pokeballs. Pokeballs!
I really liked your template, but rendering a single video, say 30-minute video, takes around 6 hours. It's really bad. And I once rendered it and it got to like 90% and then it crashed. So I was like, no. So yeah, that was my evening wasted.
Well, that's Sony Vegas.
It destroys my computer because there's so much. There's the 8 screens. There's the template. There's multiple templates if we get badges. There's the little logo at the top and bottom. The badges are part of the template, so that's not an additional thing. There's the 4 audio files from us and the audio file from the game. Like, there's so many things that the computer just has to work towards, and it just can't. So, yeah, the gimmick of this playthrough is that it is randomized. We have random Pokemon everywhere, and yeah, we're gonna soon see what your starter is.
Yep, what is my starter going to be? It's you get to open the briefcase. The pictures haven't changed, obviously, because that's a different bit of code, but the actual Pokemon that they are have changed, so we get to see what they are. And I'm psyching myself up. What we're gonna get?
Up front, we should say that these are completely random. I have not seen what they are. We don't know what they are until it happens. But
what else has he got in there? Oh, there's a Shuckle.
Shuckle.
I mean, that would be a great trick room
mostly
Pokemon.
Terrible start.
I'm not gonna do that.
That's pretty bad. And then finally,
a Dragonite. I mean, a level 5 Dragonite is pretty good. Although
I just love, literally, I'm not, like, seriously, it was completely random, and I find it hilarious that you got the dragon that you slayed. It's amazing. It's actually amazing.
Luckily, there's no Bellsprouts in this game, so I'm pretty much fine.
Well, it's random.
This is true.
Imagine if the Elite Four finale had Bellsprouts.
Well, it'd be fine.
6 Bellsprouts.
Because you'd wipe the floor with them, because I'm not the AI who's a fucking idiot. The AI just stood there and was like, we're going to use the same moves over and over again.
That was so good,
I mean,
though.
I don't understand that. So apparently, Barry's having some sort of fit. I don't know, maybe we should ring the hospital or take him somewhere. He's got his ship.
That's interesting.
Interesting. Oh yeah, his encounter Pokemon change each time. So what you find he has now will not what he has later on. Apologies for the slow text. I forgot to change the text speed.
Yeah, and also, like, you could run into anything in the wild and from a standard trainer. Like, this first trainer could have a legendary for all we know, so...
The first trainer could have a Mew, and you could find a random Mew in the wild. Or you could find an Arceus in the wild. You could find anything.
Yeah, you could find anything. It's interesting, but I'm sure there will be problems along the way, and...
Oh yeah, without a doubt. That one hurt... Why do they talk to you when having... I mean, what's the point?
Well,
so you're gifted...
I think it's safe to say you've won this.
Yeah, I mean, what's he actually done to me?
He stared at you. Oh no!
Oh, he screeched again. Oh.
He went ah! At you, and that's that.
In this game, though, if I got Chatot, I could record my own voice for one of its moves, and then just have that voice come back all the way. I should have chose Chatot now.
You're fooked, mate.
Something like that. Get your what mate Chav to record a small little. So yeah, that's that. That's the first battle. That's pretty straightforward, to be fair. Yeah,
that's a lot of experience, actually.
Well, it's supposed to be enough to get you
to level
past
up,
the first. No. Well, Dragonite's probably still got quite a high level.
Normally you get around 60 something. So yeah, Dragonite requires more, I guess.
Yeah, requires more, and I got more experience points from that. Yeah. He's beat after being beat. I mean, I get it. He needs to go home to train his Pokemon. Oh, we're watching the Pokemon anime, the first 2 episodes of it. And I forgot that Team Rocket pretty much blow up the entire Pokemon Center. and that Pokemon don't get put into balls and healed that way. They just get taken in on a stretcher. And it's like, the operation's fine. I'm looking at Pikachu and I'm like, where's all the stitches? What did you do to him? An operation's usually pretty invasive. So we get a pair of running shoes finally, but that doesn't help the text speed increase. Curses, text speed. They should just start off and let you run. I don't see why they need to give us the running shoes at the beginning to remind us how slow the old games were. We know. We all played them. We're probably going to buy the 3DS versions and play them too.
Yeah, I think it's just, just for kids who don't know.
I actually can't wait to buy them again, because I loved giving Nintendo my money. But also, I generally can't wait. It'll be good fun.
Yeah, Pokemon Z should be really good. I'm hoping they're... Well, I mean, I hope it goes down the... Yeah, Zed's been confirmed. I hope it goes down the Black 2, White 2 route, because Black and White 2 was really good.
It was too soon. And I'm using that phrase in an entirely serious way. It was too soon.
It was, but at the same time, like, the game itself... Ignoring the fact that it was too soon, the game itself is actually one of my favourites in the series. It's got a very interesting story. It does a lot... It has a lot more... unique towns and cities that you visit to, especially in Black 2 when like the world gets frozen over, and it's a really interesting game.
I haven't actually finished Black 2.
Black 2's really good. They do a lot with it.
Actually, no, I had White 2. That's why.
Okay, well, White 2, same principle, really good. But yeah, I really liked it. So yeah, I hope it does that. I hope it's like a little bit after X and Y and expands upon it, and maybe they'll do something different, like you go visit Kanto or Johto or something. I don't know. That'd be nice.
I hope there's all the fashion stuff back so I can wear my purpley sparkly dress again.
Like that.
I miss. Oh god, do you know that since the 3DS has been hacked, there have been mods coming out for the Aurus. And one of them is to put May in a tank top and increase the size of her bust.
Well then. Okay.
I mean, why? They've done some cool actual modding of the Pokemon, but holy hell is it just the worst thing on the planet. So the first Pokemon we're going to get is a Metang.
Wow.
So again,
I mean, that's a good start, isn't it?
We can catch the first Pokemon in any route, but we are allowed to break this.
Yes, around, I think, 2 videos in, we just ultimately decide that Nuzlocke is null and void, because ultimately some gyms become too frustrating and you just can't catch anything that can do HMs, and just
basically being random, we're not going to be able to plan our routes as much, and we're not going to be able to plan our teams as much, which means that everything kind of has to be more ad lib, which is where this what's it called? This speed run against each other might start to get a bit more interesting. So like you just...
we're all having different Pokemon. We all have like a different goal in mind. Ultimately, that goal is find a legendary and become OP. Like, that's basically
pretty much it. I mean,
the main goal. But at the same time, it does change massively, because even if we do have an OP legendary, so will a gym leader at some point, and it will screw us over.
Yeah,
so...
I mean that's the thing. You can get a broader team quite easily, but as soon as you need to start surfing, finding that water Pokemon could be quite difficult. So the Nuzlocke rule is something at this point where we're still on the fence, because it is randomized. It's not as easy to do.
Yeah, I think with the Nuzlocke, it's basically just you can do whatever at the point. Like, I think it was with Black and White, it is the standard game. You do what you want. You can pick as many. No Nuzlocke, no randomizer, just pure Black and White. Get to the end. Like, that's the idea of it. And with this, it was going to be Nuzlocke, but Nuzlocke just ended up kind of screwing us over a little bit. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting, because I mean, with you and Safazan, you're both really close at this point. So it's, I mean, obviously you're like 15 minutes ahead because of this video, but you two are very close. So it's down to just who's gonna get the better Pokemon, and you've got a good start with Dragonite, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
But who's gonna get the better Pokemon? Who's gonna be able to catch Pokemon? Because You may find a legendary, but it still has the same very, very low catch rate, so that doesn't change anything.
Yeah, and in fact, you'll find it might be harder because lower level, you can't take off as much health. So I don't know how I actually need to look at the formula of how it all works.
And you also only have Pokeballs. You can't get Ultra Balls.
The early on in the game, you're trying to catch a legendary Pokemon that might be at level 5. It might be at 2 HP, but it might be paralyzed. But you've only got a Pokeball, and it's got the same catch rate as before, and you plug all that into the equation, you might find you've got yourself a much worse catch rate than if it was level 55 with 1 HP, paralysed, and you were throwing a Great Ball or an Ultra Ball or a Dusk Ball, depending on the time of the day. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're all fairly rubbish. So yeah, we're really talking about, because this is the beginning boring parts of every Pokemon game, where a guy goes, this is a Pokemon Center, and this is a Pokemart. And we're like, really? They're the only 2 buildings in this entire city. Town. Well, that's not even a town. It's a collection of buildings. It might be called a hamlet, but that's probably not even the right name. I don't get it, though. Why is there so much shopping stuff so far out? Like, it's so far away from all the big cities, and the only people who are going to ever use it are the people coming from the town we started at.
Yeah, that's true.
But hey, it's a Pokemon game. I mean, who cares?
because like directly above here, there's a city. So why would you come down here?
Yeah, through all the grass where Pokemon would just kill you.
Yeah, there's a city like literally a couple of fences away, like a fairly big one, with a huge company inside. Like,
yeah. So he's basically just told us to fuck off, really, and come back later on. Because
I think this is the point where we were just like, yep, we need to stop now because your time is up.
My time has been up.
I think I had a timer, and it was really loud, and it scared the crap out of me, because the website just goes... You
should put that at the end of this episode, so everyone can be terrified because of it. But they'll know it's coming, so it'll be a little less warning.
Yeah, I can do that. That'll be fun.
That'll be fun, he says, furrowing his brow. Yeah, the saving a lot of game data in this game was really annoying, but there we go. So that's the first episode of the next... Oh, no one saw that.
This isn't an emulator. This is perfectly legit, mate. The original had randomized Pokemon too.
Of course it did. Of course it did.
To do that, you need to put your DS cartridge in a bowl of water and washing up liquid.
Washing machine always does it.
And a washing machine, yeah. David did a tutorial on it. Very impressive.
A warning: do not try that at home, because if you do, you're a friggin' idiot. Although my WarioWare cartridge survived quite a long while in the wash. Anyway, we shall probably end this off. This has been Golden IDS and
me.
And next time we'll have all 4 of us doing stuff.
It's back! Oh my fucking god! Oh my... Fuck off website. Jesus.